Hey guys, Shane here from Amain Hobbies, and very happy to be back with you for Tech Talk. And today we'll be looking at some air products for you guys. Be looking at propellers in particular. In the last couple of weeks we've been looking at surface products, how to set up your vehicle and all the technical bits over there. I do have some helicopter knowledge, some first person viewer or FPV knowledge, some drone knowledge, as well as some aeroplane knowledge as well. So if you guys have any particular videos that you'd like for me to make on these subjects, please do comment down below and I'll be happy to make them for you guys in the future. Today we'll be looking at propellers, and I'm going to be looking at three different things for you. Number one, propeller size. Number two, propeller pitch. Number three, propeller number of blades. And I'm also going to be looking at the different applications of these propellers. Today I've brought with me some aligned propellers, some HQ propellers, and also some dowel propellers. And essentially they all do the same thing. They help to lift your drone off the ground and into the air to fly. But they each do this in a very, very, very different manner. And today I'm going to help you to decipher between these numbers that you see on these props so that you can choose the best props for your quad and for your application. So let's begin with these right over here on my right hand side. That's going to be on your left hand side, and these are going to be specifically for the MR25 drone. They're made for this particular drone. You can use them on any drone though, is what I wanted to point out. The first thing when you're choosing your drone propellers is to choose the correct size of hole. And what I've noticed is with most drones between a 180 and a 250 size, most of them have got the same motor shaft size, and that means that you can use the same propellers on almost any drone, provided they're not larger than the original diameter that is provided with a drone, which is normally the maximum. So for example, this is an MR25 drone. They come with 6-inch props. We could run these, all these on there, because these are 5-inch and these are 4-inch props on that drone, but we wouldn't be able to run these props on the drone that came stock with these, because they would simply just be too big. These are 6-inch props. Of course they'd be hitting the body, so that of course would be no good. So very important, number one, the first thing that you've got to look at is size. These are 6-inch props. The most common props are 5-inch props, and these are 4-inch props, just a little bit smaller. The second number is what you'll see in your propellers, as we see over here in this one. Let me explain it real quick. It's going to be 5 by 4 by 3, and in this particular one over here, what that means for you is that's a 5-inch diameter. It is a 4 on the pitch, and it is a 3-bladed prop. So this one over here is going to be a 6 by 4 by 2, and this one is going to be a 4 by 4 by 4. So this is a 6-inch prop with a 4-inch pitch with 2 propellers. This is a 5-inch prop with a 4-inch pitch with 3 propellers, and this is a 4-inch prop with 4 pitch and 4 propellers. So essentially each one of these pitches are going to be identical, but the way that the blades actually handle through the air are going to give them different characteristics. Before we carry on, I wanted to just touch on pitch, and basically what pitch is the lower the number, the lesser the pitch is going to be. That would be a 0 pitch, that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitch, and as you increase the pitch, you can see the pitch of the blade increases. The more aggressive the pitch, the more aggressive the propeller, the more, how can I say, sharp the response will be from that propeller, but the less efficient the propeller will become. And we have found that a very efficient propeller is on a 3 lift profile or a 3 pitch profile, and most pilots prefer to use the 4 pitch profile. It seems to give you a very good, aggressive, whilst also responsive, but sometimes still generating enough thrust to be able to hover correctly as well. That's so important. That's why the 4 pitch is so popular through all of these blades. And then what we'll see is the last and final thing to touch on is the number of blades. And of course, as you can see over here, this one has 2, this one has 3, this one has 4. That one's pretty clear to see. But because of the way that they're made, their application is very specific and very different. For example, the 2-bladed prop is going to be a little bit more efficient. It will have less surface area to be able to generate thrust. As such, it's going to be a little bit more efficient, creating slightly less turbulence, and this makes it good for a race propeller for very high speed. On the contrast, on this side over here, we now have much more surface area, creating more turbulence, which means for us that we've got maybe a slightly more responsive prop. It's not going to be as good at high speed as what this one will, whilst at the same time this one is going to be much more suited to acrobatics than what this one will. So there's the polar opposites on these two. Where you gain acrobatics, you lose top speed, and where you gain top speed, you lose acrobatics. And of course, this brings us to our most popular props, which people buy right now, which is because most drones are capable of taking a 5-inch prop, so they go with the largest prop there. They go with a 4 pitch, which we've already discussed, and they go with a 3-bladed prop for the reason that you can get very high speed as well as you can get good acrobatics. So this is a very well in between, in the middle prop that's going to give you a little bit of everything. Now keep in mind, guys, when you go to different tracks, when you go to different places, when you're flying in different conditions, if you're going to be racing in particular, you have to look at your setup of your props. And I do do recommend getting a couple of different sizes and styles of props, number one, to test them for yourself. And also, just like for our surface guys, where we've got different tires for different days, you've got to have those different props for different conditions, because your drone will react differently and will demand different things from your props on the day at the race. So do make sure that you keep yourself a couple of additional sets of props. Always have spares, is another tip that I can give you, and do have a couple of different styles of props that you can run, of course, entire sets that you'll be running at the same time. So guys, I hope that I've helped for you to decipher which props you're going to be using next, and I hope for the races I've helped to understand which are faster and why. And for you guys doing 3D flights out there, hopefully you'll be getting some more of these four-bladed props. If you've got any questions, like, comment and share down below guys. Always happy to help you guys out, and I'll be looking forward to those comments to let me know what videos you guys would like to see in the next weeks coming. So leave your comments down below. I will be making the videos for the gentleman named Speed. We're going to be going back to the surface videos in a couple of weeks, and I'll be coming back for your setup videos then. Alright, so hang on for those. We'll see you next week guys. You have a lovely day. This has been Tech Talk with Shane here at Amain. See you next time.